I want to get you out of that short-term mentality to start becoming a winner long-term. Those of you who think short-term, and that is you're looking to make a score today, tomorrow, in the next 5 days to a week to a month, you are inevitably going to be a loser. If I was a personal trainer or nutritionist and I was trying to get you to lose some weight, if I promised you 20 pounds of weight loss in the next week, most people would want to sign up. Like, that's why they've got these drugs out now, or that drug that they're talking about where people can take a pill and they're losing 10 to 20% of body weight. That's going to be a huge seller, regardless of some of the side effects that may occur from such a pill, because people want the short-term fix. They want to lose that 20 pounds today. They want to gain $1,000, $10,000 today. Unfortunately, most things that are good in life take hard work, and it takes a long-term view. So stop thinking short-term, start thinking long-term. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean in this video. But firstly, guys, give us a like and a subscribe on this video. If you like sports betting content, if you want to learn more, become a more profitable sports bettor, this is the Sharp app. If you're not familiar with the app, there's a link down below. Download the app. It's absolutely free. Join our Discord. You can talk to me and the other pros that we have here at the Sharp app to learn more about just how you can become a profitable sports bettor. Now, guys, I play DFS and I play GPPs. Most of you know me from the DFS world. I play the big GPPs. I've had a lot of success over the last 7 or 8 years. It has become a profession. I was able to quit my job and do it full time. But I have weeks and sometimes months on end. That is very difficult to be able to manage, having the losses mount and mount and mount. But if you believe and trust in your process, then you will stick to it. Most of you don't have a process at all, so you have nothing to believe in. I want to talk specifically today about PrizePicks, and because we've got the Proptimizer now with PrizePicks that I absolutely love. It's not easy to develop something that's going to be profitable. I was able to do it in DFS. I've done it in sports betting, but not every aspect of sports betting. I have to really sit and focus on a specific sport or prop and then see how I can beat it. Not all the time. You guys get to see the end result when I feel like I've got something that is useful, but there's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of working behind the scenes and tossing in the garbage stuff that doesn't work. The Proptimizer is one of the best ideas I think we've had here, certainly at the Sharp app, and it's something you need to take advantage of. But here's the problem, and I've been playing these Proptimizer picks now since we've put them out almost every day, and you are obviously not going to win on a daily basis if you are doing it correctly. We've calculated all the break evens, and Kevin did a video on this that I'll link to down below that you can check that out on. But in that video, it's specifically based on the break even point for props in which we don't have a push. So often in the NHL, you'll see a 2 or a 3 shots on goal prop or block shot prop. In MLB, you may see a 3, 4, 5, 6 K prop. Those are potentially push type of props. And I've done another video that I'm going to link to down below in which we need to adjust for the props. So we need to hit on a higher rate on the Proptimizer. So we need that win rate in the Proptimizer that you're looking at now. You'll see the win rates need to be higher on the props as we have a greater chance of pushing. From this video, what I want you to just take away is you should be playing 5 and 6 leg props on PrizePicks, especially when we are playing them with higher probabilities of push. So the lower the prop, that is, if it's a 2 prop, like 2 shots on goal or 3, those have a much higher rate of pushing. About 25% of the time, we're going to push on those 2s. Close to 20% of the time, we're going to push on those 3 props. And it gets lower as you increase the number. Just think of it this way. The lower the prop number, then the higher the win rate needs to be. I've got I have a spreadsheet. I'm going to pop it up on here just so you can see it. But if you come into our Discord channel and in the PrizePicks discussion, I've pinned this chart for you guys so that you get a good idea. What we're going to do is update the Proptimizer to be able to help you guys figure this out much easier. But all you need to really do is look for the props with the highest win rate potential. We're looking at a minimum, if we play 6 games, we want to try to get something 55% is going to break you even. We want to be maybe in that 57 to 58%. You could even get higher depending on the day and the props that are available to you over on the Proptimizer. But what I did here today is I just really want to show you guys more of how you need to manage your expectations. All right, what we're looking at here is the spreadsheet that I put together as if we were making a six-legged prop over on PrizePicks. I threw in there a 2 prop, a 4 prop, a 5 prop. Let's say we threw in, we got a shot on goal prop of 2. We've got a prop of, and that shot on goal prop is showing a 60% win rate over on the Proptimizer, which is very standard for the top props in, let's say, NHL. They're going to generally be 60, 61%, right? But as we know, those 2 props, we need to hit them at a higher rate. That's why their win rate is higher. So let's say we grab one that we like at 60%. Then we've got an 18.5 point, let's say, points in the NBA prop that has a 57% chance or a 57% win rate. Then we catch a 4 strikeouts at 59%. We have another 5 strikeout play at 58%. And then we get 11.5, let's say, combined rebounds and assists, and that shows 56%. And then we have a 15.5 points, let's say, for another player at 56%. So this is very likely some things that you'll see, some plays that we may make based on the Proptimizer that we're going to make on PrizePicks. And when we do an average of this, these are going to average about 58%, which is around where we need to be. We want to be on a 6-leg parlay when we're incorporating now these 2s. You know, we have chances of pushes with the 2s and the 4 and the 5. We'd like to be at 55% or greater. So if we could catch these at 58%, we're catching 3% edge on these plays. Okay, now this is just the payouts that we're going to get. Now we could possibly, if we have no pushes, then we're going to be paying out as a 6 flex. If one of these plays push, it's going to go down to a 5. If 2 of them push, it goes down to a 4. And if 3 of them push, it will go down to a 3 flex. So I've got all the payouts for that. Now what I did was just put a randomizer in here where randomly there's a random number being generated here that you can't see. And what it's doing is it's going to, just based on these percentages and based on the probability that these push, we're going to figure out just randomly whether on any given day we have a win, loss, or push. And I can just, let's just box this in, and that's what we're getting. That's going to be our total for the day. So on this last day that I ran, we won 3, we lost 2, and we pushed on 1. So that would actually take us down to a 5 flex, and we'd have 3 wins, which means we would lose on a $10 bet. We would actually lose $6, right? So we get paid $4 back. We would lose $6 on that pick. So that's kind of how this works. And then I just did a little macro here, and we can run this for a series of days, however many days we want to run it. So let's just run this out for, let's run it out for 10 days and see how we do over the next 10 days. So my macro accidentally deletes my day there, but here you go. So here's our 10 days of running this, and we lose $96 here running this after 10 days. Let's run it for another 10 days. I don't know if I ran this properly. Let's see. So I'll just delete it myself. But let's run it for another 10 days. And we get how did we do? We win $28, right? So the chances are over those, if you ran it, if you just started making plays just like this over the first, let's say 10 days of using the Proptimizer, and you were down, whatever I said it was, 90 some odd dollars there, there's a good chance you're never going to play again. And now you missed the chance here of this big, we have the nice $90 day, day 7 of the second run, and you missed that day, right? So let's take a look at if we run this now for a much longer time frame and just see, let's say we ran this 60 days. We're going to play this every day for 2 months and see how we do. Now, right away, you see we catch a big day on day 6. We win $240, meaning that was a day that we hit 6 out of 6. So you can see the generator is just running on a day-to-day basis. But if you had run this, and I keep saying run this, but if you had been playing these similar type of plays for, let's say, 10 days, 20, you probably would have quit. I'd say 90% of you would have quit after 10 days saying, this is a piece of garbage. But then you see, here we run it, and in day 6 of this trial, we go and hit for 240, and we're actually up 314. So actually, don't mind those totals. I got to clean up the macro. We just put this together rather quickly. But Over 60 days, we're up $254 betting $10, right? But if we look at here, this looks like a pretty bad run right here. Let's take it from here. We're down $79 over 16 days right here. So at any point, if you jump in here, we're down here $67 over 9 days, right? If we randomly just pick any of these days, we're probably going to be down. This is a $71 loss over 17 days, okay? It's these days that we do catch, which are few and far between, where we catch the 6 out of 6 that are going to make up for the days that more than likely we're going to be losing, right? Let's just run it again. So we'll do this for another 60 days. And let's see. Now, there's a chance we lose, all right? I'm running this, I don't know, right? There's a chance that we could lose here over 60 days. 60 days is not even long enough to really, really determine whether we're going to win. Now, I don't see right away any of these big $240 days. That's the days that we're going to hit 6 out of 6. If we don't catch those, you are going to more than likely be down, right? We need those $240 hits in order to, and here you go. Well, it summed it up correctly. So over 60 days here, now this time we're down $58. Okay, this is very realistic to how the real world works. You're going to have these days, or you're going to have these runs where it's just not working. Most of you, almost every one of you, does not have the patience to go 60 days and lose $58 using any type of system because you're looking for the quick fix. Let's just run it one more time and see how we do here on a 60-day trial. We're going to go 60 days. And we're going to keep putting them in. Look, lose $10, lose $10. None of you guys are going to be able to withstand losing. You guys are all going to jump ship. So let's see how we do. I'm not going to be able to scroll till we're finished. Look at this, a $362.50 loss on this run, right? This is me trying to show you guys exactly how good the Proptimizer is, giving you these type of plays and showing you that, and I'm running this with the win rate and the probabilities exactly how the win rate are, right? So I'm saying that this is going to win. It's not going to win 60% of the time. It's going to win. It's going to beat losses, right, at a 60% rate. There's going to be probabilities of a push. But when we have no push here, this is going to win 57% of the time. We know mathematically we need to beat the 6 out of 6. We need to hit at a 54% clip, right? This is going to win 56% of the time. This is going to win 56% of the time. Yet, in a 6-month run, we just lost $362. Now, we saw the first time, we won like $250 some odd dollars, right? So you're going to have these runs. Most of you do not have the patience to be able to withstand this, okay? This is probably going to be one of the worst runs, down $362.50. But if you play it long enough, guess what? You're going to go through a $362 2-month loss, and the chances of you sticking in there and hanging with it are slim to none because most of you want that short-term fix. I'll pause it. I'm going to run it for 1,000 days, come back, and we'll see just how we do here on 1,000. Because now, of course, when we put it out to 1,000, we should be getting a lot closer to what the true value is, the true EV. All right, it ran the 1,000 times, and we're just going to go down to the bottom. And here you go. Profit of $3,368. But again, at any given point, I'm just randomly going to pick a bunch of days. This one we actually went over and we hit a 240, right? So we're going to be profitable there. Again, we got to hit those 240s, right? But if I just randomly pick here, this run, minus 65 over the course of 33 days. Now here we had some big wins, 240. So we plus 194. We had a $90 win and a 240 win. These $240 wins don't come often, right? So more often than not, you're going to be in this run here of minus 121 over 36 days, a little over a month. You're going to have those sort of runs. And quite frankly, you guys are not capable of understanding exactly how to stay in the game. You don't have a system that works for you, so you don't have the confidence. If you don't have the confidence, you're not going to stick in it. You're going to keep playing around. You're going to do other things. Playing $10. Now, granted, that's over 1,000 days. That's 3 years worth of plays. But I guarantee you, if you play PrizePicks for the next 3 years doing whatever it is you're doing, you'll be down a whole lot more money, let alone being up over $3,400, right? So you have to trust it. And these are very, very modest percentages that we're looking at in win percent. You guys know the win rates can be 62%, let's say, on some of these shot on goal plays of 2. And we could get even close to 60%, 61% on a 4 or a 5, and sometimes 58% on these type of plays here. So we could actually jack this up even higher. I did a very modest type of play that we would typically have in a day where we're averaging about 58% win rate. And again, this is based on the fact the sportsbook projections are going to hit better than just about any other projections out there. So we're using the sportsbook against PrizePicks. All right, guys, you need to stick in there for the long term. Remember, nothing good comes from short-term mentality. You need that long-term mentality. When you drive from New York to California, you look about 200 yards in front of you the whole way. You can't look 3,000 miles in front of you, right? So have that mentality that we're going to make small, little, incremental gains, and in the end, you're going to be profitable. Use the Proptimizer, use the tools, use Discord to your advantage, not just in getting plays, but the psychology behind being a professional sports bettor. I can always help you with that. Head over to our Discord. We love seeing you guys there. Good luck. Download the app. Check out the Proptimizer. Long-term thinking.